Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers as they square off against the #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray, and the Arizona Cardinals. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion, as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And now the spotlight falls on wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster, because with the acrimonious departure of Antonio Brown to Oakland and Le'Veon Bell moving on to the New York Jets, he is truly the #1 target for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Safety DJ Swearinger brings not just athletic ability to the field, he also brings a strong belief that he can get to the football on every snap. An absolutely fierce hitter. You can feel his intensity even when you're sitting down and having a meeting with him prior to the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Conner. The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals set to go on offense. It'll be Kyler Murray leading the way. What a year for him at Oklahoma in 2018. Heisman Trophy winner, better than 4,300 passing yards, 42 touchdowns. And don't forget about running the football as well. He had a 1,000-yard season rushing it with 12 touchdowns on the ground as well. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after one on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Murray from midfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Caught left side to Crabtree. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
To throw, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Steelers, nothing.
Well, the halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray got it complete to Crabtree. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Crabtree, 36 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Big Ben and the Steelers now down 10-0. A minute 51 on the clock. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Here's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Block 80! Here we go. 58, Mike. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go. Black 30. Silver. Black is good.
Now Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Cardinals have done it. They're the kings of the NFL. Arizona, your Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways.